You see, this video right here is why I believe women are lying when they say that they're happily single, because there are way too many instances that we see this situation. So you see the caption that says, "Caught in the act, woman spots man she's casually seeing and sleeping with on a double date at a show. Is he in the wrong?" Now, when you just look at the title, just the caption alone, you're like, wait, hold up. If you're just seeing the man casually, y'all were never an item, you guys were never official, how is he in the wrong for seeing other people? Then on top of that, you'll see all these posts nowadays where basically every woman is basically encouraged to date non-exclusively. Now, when it happens, now once men start doing it, even though men have been doing that, but I'm just saying, now when they finally meet a man that can exercise his options and he's doing the same thing, now it's a problem. Now it's all of a sudden, is he in the wrong for dating non-exclusively? So we can't be hypocrites here. We can't be doing this this BS in 2024. But like I said, when you watch this video, this is the average situation. You're sleeping with a woman, whatever. You're not policing who she's sleeping with. You guys are just F buddies. Y'all casual. Then you find yourself in a situation with somebody else. You're caught in the public with the person that you're not ashamed to be out with. Your whatever your main squeeze, or the person that you're just not ashamed to be with, one that you can potentially put up in the air like this, right? And the casual sleeping partner that you're with, now she loses her mind once she sees that, because like I've said before, all women want to be hoes, but at the same time they hate being side chicks, so let's watch the video just to see the situation.
Because I came here with a genuine heart, only to see the guy that I'm and just last week is here with his homeboy and two females.
The man that has you in that process of triangulation is using you to compete with another woman, and he is doing it for his own ego. That man that's sitting here in this audience, when he was able to pass by you and say something, is because he already knew that it was going to disrupt your peace. And that disruption of your peace just stroked his ego, and you got up here and made a fool out of yourself. Ooh. You haven't talked to this man in 2 days. Yeah. And you got up to this microphone and showed how low of a self-worth and low self-esteem you have. You showed this man that your security lies in him. You showed this man that he has your self-esteem and your self-worth in his hand, and he can play you like a puppet. I'm talking to my women now. If y'all don't stop playing on y'all damn selves, and I don't usually cuss, but if y'all don't stop playing on y'all selves, don't you let nobody play your puppet master. Don't you let nobody pull you by the strings and decide what it is that you gonna do. That man is going to go lay up with that other woman, and he's gonna call you the next day because he realizes that you need him. You better stand up and stand on damn business. We in 2024. We ain't doing that. Okay, that's my piece.
Clarification. You guys wasn't in an official relationship.
No, not an official relationship.
And given this situation, my man can date.
He can date whoever he want to date. But let's talk about the real conversation need to be had. The real conversation is she feels taken advantage of and she feels used. Yep. And as a woman, as a Black woman, it's very hard for us to even find a way to get into that soft era, to find the energy to be feminine and soft. Because most of us by default then had to be in survival mode for so long that going into soft mode take work. Like being able to break out of that exterior, that take a lot of work. So for you to have done that work and giving yourself to someone that you felt like was deserving of that, only to have that thrown in your face, is a slap in the face.
It is.
But let's leave that. Now I'm gonna leave that there. But I'm gonna have you gotta hold your own for a second, because you had no business that you know wasn't for you, and you know where your heart at for him.
Hold on, you said throwing around the love word. Did he throw the word love around?
Yep.
He took advantage of her.
So
you
hold on.
Where you going?
Because I came here with a genuine heart.
You see, this is why you're never going to see me, especially like not on a public show, no Black dating public show. It's just too much of this churchy vibe conference type, monkey gorilla business type shit. Look, man, too much monkey business be going around on these things. Like you're not going to catch me dead on these things. They're going to have to pay me to be up on these panels, I think. Never say never, but I just can't see myself on those panels. I can't. First of all, I'm not a great public speaker in general, but this is just no. Anyway, this is a classic case of side chick catching feelings. And now you caught feelings. Now you're trying to put the man on blast. Now, like I said, most side chicks, no matter how slutty they are, if you want to unlock crazy from a woman, start sleeping with that woman casually for about 1 or 2 months. But what let don't let her then what you need to do is now if she catches you in public with a actual relationship, or you go public on Instagram, she follow you and you have a relationship like a week later after just sleeping with her, she gonna turn cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on your ass. Like cuckoo. She's gonna turn. You want to talk about stalking? You want to talk? She gonna bring out her voodoo candles and the picture of the alt. I'm talking about. That's how you unlock crazy from a woman, because that she cannot stand. And it is when your main girl or the girl that you're dating that you brought out in public, then she's gonna start receiving text messages from random Instagram accounts and all this stuff, and they're talking about, oh, I'm just trying to help you out. Now you see, this is the stuff that happens with these so-called happily single women. They're not happily single, because if women were actually naturally happily single, how come side dudes play their role better than side chicks? This is why a lot of men get caught cheating. That's why I always tell men, don't cheat. It's not even a matter of because men are sloppy cheaters, which is true too, but side dudes play their position. This is why I say no, men are happily single. They just don't brag about it. They just live their life. Right? And bachelors usually get kept. Never mind. But anyway, side chicks, no matter how slutty they are, once they find out if you're sleeping with them and they like you a little bit, and they find out you have a situation, meaning you have a family really, or you have a steady girlfriend and you're messing with a side chick, and she finds out you have a situation already, oh, she's gonna bust all that up. I don't care how slutty she is. Or if not that, she's gonna start extorting you for more money. Like this, these are the things that these so-called happily single women do. They cause way too much chaos. Or how about this here? It'll be a supposedly happily single woman, and she gets in a disagreement with a married or a taken woman. She gets just in a disagreement, and it doesn't even have to be about a relationship. They just get in a disagreement. She's going to find out who her husband is and try to quote unquote take him, even though that's not really a flex, because men will smash anything. So it's not really a win, but she's going to think it's a win in her mind. This is the kind of chaos that single women usually cause. Single men or bachelors, as long as they're getting sex from somewhere, if they got that figured out, they're straight. They're like literally of zero threat. Once they got that sex part figured out, they're straight. Or they have a philosophy that they live by, they're straight. When you're talking about a single woman usually cause that kind of chaos because they get off on a drama that they're able to cause. So now let's analyze this video a little bit more. Well, you already saw it, so I don't think I need to go into further, but I want to address some things I saw in the comment section, right? So I saw a lot of this in the comment section. So you saw how like the first woman responded to her, and she was basically like, stop playing yourself, woman. Like, you got up here and basically raised his ego by trying to call him out. And basically most of the people in the comment section are saying that first woman tried to embarrass her. And this is what I want to say about this. I don't care. I don't care that she embarrassed that woman. You know why? I done seen look, this is not just a black woman thing, mind you, but I'll say this in my experience. It'll be dudes, popular dudes, or certain dudes that are roasting people, making fun of people in school, and it will be the truth, but they will stretch that to embarrass that person. That happened to me. That's happened to me damn near my whole childhood, right? Being in public, especially among straggle daggles. And I can only probably count on one hand, maybe 3 fingers, probably one woman I was like, hey, don't make fun of him like that. Probably 1 or 2 or 3. Now, at the end of the day, if I complained about what they were making fun of me of, at the end of the day, people will be like, well, it's true. Look at you. I'm not talking about me. It could have been, they could have been talking about how dark I was back in the day, or how ugly I was, or how small I was compared to others, or blah, blah, blah. It'll be rare that a woman be like, you can do that, but that's enough. Probably 1 or 2. And I'll say this, even as an adult, it'll be dudes or women still call me out in public, and most people just like, well, it is true. Right? Like when I was younger. That doesn't really happen to me in public now anymore, but I'll say like when I was 18, 19 years old, that would still happen to me from time to time. But it'll be rare that somebody stepping, don't do that. So this is where people will talk about, oh, you don't have to do her like that. Well, first of all, you put your own self on the spot. You played yourself. I would just get roasted just by existing. I know a lot of dudes that happen to, or a lot of women that happen to, just for existing, they would get roasted. Now you put yourself out there. You were stupid. You were out there fornicating with a dude, and you caught feelings, and now you try to put yourself in frustration. Somebody, you should have gotten checked by somebody by leaking church business out there, because now that was probably not the only double date in that show that night. So whoever was in a double date, you just probably ruined their whole whatever. And on top of that, what she doesn't understand is the more you complain about how bad a dude is, the more you actually low-key raise his stock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Lana Del Rey had put like a billboard about how this guy that she used to date was in this town, and now that he broke it off with her, now she puts the same billboard at the town he lived. And I'm like, men and women are not the same. All she did was raise that guy's value up. That's all she did. Women and men are not the same. So women will do stuff like that. They think they're lowering a guy's value by saying how bad or toxic he is. But the more you do that, you actually raise his dating profile. If you actually want to lower a guy's sexual value, say how nice he is, actually praise him, tell him how good of a person he is. You actually will lower his dating profile. But like I said, women can't help it. Women can't help it, because if they do that, that means they can't play victim afterwards. Anyway, so right here, because if you look at this comment section, it's basically mad people mad at the first woman for calling her out for exposing, you're basically playing herself by exposing that man. Now, I did see one comment that said the first woman said it right. Y'all just hate accountability in her delivery. Now, a lot of people in the comment section were complaining about, oh, she was mean about it, or she was the delivery. Look, man, when I was younger, or even in public, I never heard anybody, whoever was making fun of me, whether it be a man or a woman, ever police that guy and say, your tone and delivery is off. Or if they're making fun of somebody, I've never heard anybody be like, hey, your delivery's no. The delivery is not the problem. It's the truth. You guys just do not like the truth. And when people start flipping that roles on you, then it's a problem. And the more I grow up, the more you realize people can dish it, but they just can't take it. People can dish, but they can't take it. So it's interesting. One of the first times she's probably been called out, you know what I mean? Like in life. And now people are saying, oh, the first woman, her, she was mean. Her delivery is off. No, somebody's got to check this girl and be like, look, that's not your man. That's not your man. You can't police who that man is dating. Y'all not together. And at the end of the day, that's your fault for sleeping with a man that you never had there was no label to it. You gave him the pussy because you liked him. So just take that L and move on. But like I said, when women are in that position and they see the man that they were casually sleeping with somebody out, like, and they with somebody out in public, they get mad because they're just like, man, you never took me out in public. All you did. And the most that she probably got out that man was a Wendy's 4 for $4. That's probably the most she's ever gotten out of that man. And she felt a certain type of way because she felt a certain type of way because that man didn't want to take her out in public to an event like this. And it's that glaring reminder of what her value really is in the sexual marketplace. And that's what they can't stand. That's what they can't stand. So when a woman is casually sleeping and she's put on the spot where basically she can never move up from side chick, she's constantly reminded you can never be the number one for the guy that she really likes. And that's what drives her up the rail. And I'm talking about, this could happen to a dude where you think it's casual, and I'm talking about, she could think not even that much of you. She can like sleeping with you, but she'll never be in public with you really. But then she finds out how valuable you really are, and then she realizes she's one of many side chicks. Then she's gonna. That's when the game starts. Because now you've unlocked cuckoo land in her mind. You know what I mean? So right here, this is beautiful. So I seen another comment. So right here, a woman says, They just gave her horrible advice. That man does not belong to you. He is allowed to date whomever. Even if he said the L word, it could have been genuine, but he is still not your man, ma'am. Move accordingly. Stop thinking you have possession of people. No one belongs to anyone but themselves. And these are facts. So women love to bring this stuff up, but he said that he loved me. Now, the problem is this is because when I hear women say stuff like this, right? And he said, but he said that he loved me. I always say this. I always ask this, and people get mad at me when I do this. I'll be like, okay, now this is the important part. Now, when he said that he loved you, were your clothes on or off when he said this? This is very important. This is very important. Was he already smashing you during the time he said he loved? Now, these are very important. And then now I'll say this, even at that point, I say as men, we need to be accountable because anybody that watched Baby Boy, Jody's mom literally told him, look, when you fornicate, when you're in the middle of penetration and you're doing all that stuff, stop whispering that bullshit in her ear. Ninjas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all ninjas got to stop doing that shit because she's going to believe you. That's what Jody's mom told her, because they going to believe your dumb ass. And I'm talking about, look, it's not even a matter of, I'm just saying, if she caught feelings and you start whispering stuff in her ear, she's going to believe you. And I'm gonna just leave it at. I'm just going to leave it at. I'm sorry. I don't care how slutty she is. She's going to believe you. She's going to. So men got to stop doing that. So I can understand that part of it. But at the end of the day, I will always ask, if you're talking about, but he said he loved me and he said he was gonna move me in, and were your clothes on or off when he said this? Was this post nut or pre nut? Right? Was he saying that literally like right after sex where the euphoria is still in and you're just laying in bed and y'all just talk, you're kicking the breeze and just saying nonsense? Like, these are the questions that I ask, and people get mad at me because when I do that, I burst their reality. And by the way, shout out to my cousin. I don't want to put his name out there, but I've been on this podcast, and he'll have these bitches come on the show. And I will say this before I sign off on this segment to my cousin that I've been on the podcast. I'm sorry that I scared off all the fat bitches that used to want to come on your show. I apologize. All the fat bitches that I scared off of your show, I do apologize. Genuinely. That's so evil, bro. That's